I mean, Frank Pacitti, could you tell me who Alexander Anderson is, or was in October 2015?
So I don't know Mr Alexander. I understand from colleagues that he was a special advisor in post at the time.
Special advisor to who? Mr Rattigan, do you know the answer to that?
I don't recall at the time, because sometimes special advisors support multiple ministers.
So nobody knows who Alexander Anderson was, who's on those email trails that you unearthed on the 11th of May? No? Well, my understanding is that Alexander Anderson was a senior special advisor to the First Minister of Scotland and was copied in on those emails. So again, I ask the question, if you are saying it was entirely a decision for the Transport Minister, why was the Cabinet Secretary for Infrastructure, Investment and Cities copied in? Why was the Deputy First Minister as the Cabinet Secretary for Finance copied in? And why was a senior special advisor to the First Minister of Scotland copied in?
So I'm happy to answer that again, but I've nothing to add beyond the evidence that's already been given by Mr Brannan and by Mr Gillis. So it is good practice when addressing ministerial submissions, you address the submission to the Minister who is responsible for taking the decision. It is good practice to copy that into other ministers or other members of Cabinet who might have an interest either in terms of their portfolio interest or their constituency interests. But by copying them then into that email for awareness or that submission for awareness does not then mean that they are taking the decision on it. Similarly, in relation to special advisors, all special advisors are appointed as special advisors to the First Minister. Within that, the working practice is that they will have a particular affiliation to a minister or a cabinet secretary at the time. I don't know, forgive me for that, I don't know who Mr Alexander would have worked with in particular at this point in time, but they are all, to my knowledge, designated as special advisors to the First Minister, and nothing should be inferred from that.
I think it's,
Mr Cook?
It's also worth saying, in the sort of standard template that we use within government to have these kind of exchanges, it makes it absolutely clear the basis upon which other ministers are copied in onto any submission. And it actually there's a section on our minutes that says that it's being copied in for portfolio or constituency interests, and one ticks those boxes to make that clear.
Okay, thank you.